Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day, which is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions. At the end of the day, large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms, and in my opinion, basing your entries and exits on what the large financial institutions do at the end of the day is a long-term edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. Boy, we've had quite a ride the last couple days. Holy hamburgers, holy smokes. But, whenever there's some destruction, there's the possibility of having some opportunity, and based upon what we've done over the last couple weeks, there may be some opportunity here today. I don't know. We're going to take a look, but I do have some potential end of day candidates that I'm interested in. So currently the Dow is down 347 points, down 1.14. The NASDAQ is down 240 points, down another 1.87%. And the S&P is down 48 points, down 1.26. So my gosh, it has been carnage the last couple days. So I hope everyone is staying safe out there, following your trading plan, positioning correctly, getting out when you're supposed to. This is a good learning experience for all of us, right? We haven't gone through this for a while. And, I kept saying in the past that this market really isn't real. It seems manipulated. It just seems fake. There's no give and take to it. Well, we've got some give and take now for sure. This is the kind of trading that I'm more used to than what we had in 2020. So this is what we're going to do today. First of all, we are going to take a look at my current positions. We're going to talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have 3 really good day trades today that I'm going to share with you. I mentioned yesterday, but when you have a lot of volatility, that is good for day trading, if there's some give and take to it. And then after that, we're going to go over to the board. My students have some of their positions up there. We're going to go over there. We're going to take a look. We're going to see how those are doing. But thank you for coming today. I always look forward to this time of the day, and especially today. I was like, oh man, I am really interested to see what the group's thinking, how the group's doing, and we can huddle in this last hour and hopefully make some good decisions going forward. Yeah. So after we go through my positions, after we go through the positions up on the board, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Always like to do that every day. It's the most important part of trading, and on a day like yesterday and today, it is extremely important, everyone. The main takeaway that I just want to tell you now is, look, when the market beats you up, it amplifies your emotions. Normally, when people's emotions get amplified, they make bad decisions. And so let's not do that in this market. Yeah, gotten beaten up the last couple days for sure, but let's just be cool. You know what I mean? Get some perspective. Make sure if we take something today, it's a proper entry and it's not just an impulse entry. And look, I couldn't be happier if I didn't have a trade for 2 or 3 days. That'd be great. It'd be fantastic. You know what I mean? If it went down even further and then really bounced and washed out, but who knows? Maybe it did today. I don't know, but we'll turn to the charts and we'll take a look. But long way of saying we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal Scanner. As you know, I have 3 requirements before I look to enter a trade. I want to see a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. I need to have a good risk to reward, at least 2 to 1. You can have the best confluence of indicators that's humanly possible, but it may be chasey, right? It may have moved too far and doesn't make the risk to reward math work. So that's the real art, is looking for the proper setup and then also factoring in the risk to reward and having the strength to just pass on it if it doesn't make sense. And then lastly, please take a few minutes before you hit the buy button today. Make sure it's a trade you really want to take. Make sure it's a clean trade. Make sure it has defined, you know exactly where everything's going to be, your emergency stop, your end of day stop, where your trailing stop levels are, where your profit targets are, all that kind of stuff, right? Let's just make sure it's a clean trade. Really make a concerted effort not to make an emotional decision. I know it's tough, man. I know it. I've been doing this for a long time. I understand all those feelings all too well, but let's differentiate ourselves from amateur traders to professional traders, treat it like a business, and make proper professional moves if necessary and if warranted. All right, so I do have some potential end-of-day candidates. I'll go through them as we get closer to the close. If I find something that looks good, I will buy it before the market closes. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. I've made more time in the podcast to answer questions, to look at more stock symbols if you would like my humble opinion on them. So, if you would, just put them in the chat. Put an emoji or an asterisk by it so I know it's time sensitive, and I'll do my best to get to it. And then lastly, if any of my students that have positions up on the board, if you have any new entries for me or exits for me, if you could please wait till the end of the day after the market's closed, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get them all updated. Okay? So, all right, I'm going to hurry and run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will see you in about 40 seconds. Thanks. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. Do I have my microphone? Yes, I do. All right, Lova is first in line today. How you doing, Lova? Good to see you, my friend. John is here. Good to see you, John. John says, I need some calming therapy today. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is the kind of day. The best way somebody puts it to me is, Greg, are you amateur trader or are you professional trader? If you're an amateur trader, have all the emotions that you want, go out, do crazy things. If you're a professional trader, be a rock, sit, just wait for a proper setup. And if you don't get it, just pass. But yeah, it's been tough. Volatility has picked up like a monster, and let's all just keep calm, cool, and collected, and try to be professional traders. What do you think, John? Johan is here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Johan. Hope you're doing well. I think you're in the right place, John. I hope, buddy. I hope. Just make good decisions. Be good to yourself. Gary says, hello, Greg and group. Happy, very tough Thursday. I exited my SPY puts today a little too early, but happy with a 100% gain. So Gary bought puts on the market, and his puts doubled in price. A little early, he said, but I would be happy with a 100% gain as well. Way to go, Gary. Congratulations. Johnson is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Greg. Hello, Johnson. Nice to see you, sir. Hope you are doing well. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Hello, Mr. David. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well, staying safe out there. Lova says 3 possible deep dip buys. There are a lot of them today. All are above 30 RSI, all and above 200 SMA, and there's no recent crazy big down bars. AMD, all right, let's take a look at AMD then. Yeah, so AMD currently, did we get under 30 RSI? Let's see. No, we didn't quite get under the 30 RSI, and I don't think I would have bought it here, to be honest with you, Lova. I would wait till it gets back above the negative third ATR channel and the 200, right? If it was under 30, over 30, and the 200 was below it, I would like it a lot better, but there's a mixed message here of not strong enough to get above the 200, but strong enough to get above the 30. I would just wait, for a close back over the 200 and over the negative third ATR channel. That's how I would do it. I like eBay better. Certainly I do, because the 200 is below it. Let's see how low we got on the RSI. 31. Yeah, eBay's not bad. Let's look over on the weekly. In the value zone, that's good. It would be better if the weekly was also at the 50 SMA on the week, but that one's not too shabby. It's a good risk to reward ratio. Tattooed Chef, kind of the same as AMD. And this one does look like it went under 30. Let's take a look. Or bounced right at the 30, but listen, if Tattooed Chef closed above the 200, I would like it. With the rejection of the negative third ATR channel, bounce at the 30, but I would only buy it if it closed above the 200 day. Frank is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you were doing well. Thank you as always for your poems and everything that you do for the channel. Miko is here. Hi, Miko. Good to see you, sir. Steve Burns is here. Hey, bud. Looking forward to see what Steve had to say about all this. Always an honor and privilege to have you here, Steve. You know, I sincerely mean that, and I'm sure everyone else in the chat does too. Steve says, hello, everyone. Check out the VRM chart. Glad I exited before earnings. Oh, this should be good. Yeah, so all right, so Steve exited before earnings. You know, for a while there, earnings only went up. However, this is what can happen. And if you buy and hold in front of earnings, you are literally putting yourself at risk for a huge hit to your account. You know, I mean, look, Steve is obviously a professional trader. He has rules. The rules were, I don't get involved in front of earnings. He would have lost 29%. 10% position size, he would have lost 2.9% of his entire capital. So, you know, please remember this. I know if you sell before earnings and it goes up, you're like, ah, dang it. But remember, let's focus on risk before we focus on anything else. And the best way to minimize risk is to not get involved with earnings. Nice job, Steve. Way to follow your plan. Tim is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Tim. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Mamal is here. Hi, all. Hello, Mamal. Good to see you. Gary said, new trader, your worthless SPY puts are definitely not worthless today. Oh, that's right. Steve still has his puts. I think that expired tomorrow. Kamal is here. Hey, bud. Good chatting with you today. Thank you for everything that you do for the channel. Really appreciate that with the scanner and good advice and everything else. Johnson says, that's one steep fall on VRM. Good exit, Steve. Okay, Frank has a poem for us. Frank is now putting that it is a poem. That's right. He's not sure. He's not sure I know the difference, and sometimes I don't. So I'm glad that you did that, Frank. Anytime I see Frank write anything, I can kind of turn it into a poem because I think it might be one. Let's see. Frank says, do less, accomplish more. Don't overextend your welcome on the trading floor. Ooh, I like that. Success breeds success, and we all want more. Just don't lose sight of the exit door. Fantastic. Bravo, Frank. Really, just wonderful. I mean, not only do they rhyme, which seems like rocket science to me, but they're just so pertinent and so spot on. Don't overextend your welcome on the trading floor. Success breeds success, and we all want more. Just don't lose sight of the exit door. Yeah, I mean, this last part is important. You have to have an exit, everybody. Otherwise, you're going to turn out to be a boom and bust investor where you ride something way up, think it's all great. Then you ride it all the way down. You know, that's why I like to look at levels where I get in, where I get out. Doesn't mean I get all of it, but just means maybe I get the meat of the move. Thank you, Frank. That's excellent. Lilia is here. Hello, Lilia. Hi, Greg. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are staying safe out there. and hope that the doggies are doing well also. Gary says, Frank, still don't get how you do it. I 100% agree. I don't understand it. It's magic. It's like sorcery. Jonathan Dennison is here. Good to see you back, Jonathan. Hope you are having a good day, my friend. Johnson says, Fubo, double bottom, bullish divergence, negative third, ATR bounce. And I think it is also 30 RSI bounce. Well, let's look. What is the symbol? Oh, FUBO. This is a tough one for me here, Johnson, because I don't have MACD on this chart. You see how it just painted MACD today? FUBO, FUBO. Yeah, it is a rejection of the negative third ATR channel. I don't think it rejected the 30 RSI, however. No, 35.69. And I'll just take your word on it that there's a double bottom with the bullish divergence, but I don't quite see the trigger here. I'd have to have a V1, have to have an under 30 over 30. This didn't quite get there. Steve says, unfortunately, I bought the March 1st weekly put options in error. So they expired already. I even tweeted out the March 1st expiration in the private Twitter. Steve says, unlikely I could have held all week with the right ones either. Steve says, there are 3 black crow candle flying all over the stock charts this week. Tesla, TERQs, SPY, Apple, Adobe. A lot of those are on my watch list today, Steve. And hey, Steve, if you can email me or Twitter me, message the link to your new candlestick book, I can share that here because I'd like everybody to know about that. Whenever Steve has a new book out, it is definitely worth getting and reading. And it's a price action chart on candlesticks. Steve says weekly options used to have one expiration date. Now they have several. Morgs is here. Good to see you, Morgs. Hope you're having a good day. Are you still holding? Oh, Steve, are you still holding KMX? I think so. Yes, I am still. Oh yeah, I am still holding KMX here. Congrats on your put option double, Gary. You did better than me. AARK Fund has given up all of 2021 gains. Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me based upon, all the holdings. Dan says, hi, Greg and the Gossets. Good to see you, Dan. Dan says, I'm grateful for I didn't buy ARK. I'm grateful I didn't buy ARK yesterday, thanks to Greg. Yeah, I didn't like it, obviously. So Gary says there's some real good deep dip opportunities for credit spreads. Yeah, I actually sold some puts today on Apple, Gary. I sold January 21st, 2022, $80 puts on Apple. I think the premium was like 3.6% that I got, but not bad. Not bad on a company like Apple and with like 30% protection. All right, let's get to it. All right, so Gary, Kamal, and I did buy AdVibe here at 107.17. Moved up, took some profits, moved up, took some profits, moved up, took some profits. I'm going to have to get out of this day. Oh, and I hit one profit target today as well. So, which was great, before it did the big reversal back down because it reduces the amount of shares that I have. It's tested my stop, which is halfway the washout bar 1, 2, 3 days and rejected, but today looks like it can't hold it and it is closing below halfway of that washout bar. So I will have to take a loss on this, but again, with the profit targets, it really helps mitigate what the actual loss would be if I would have just bought and held it without the profit targets. SPY. All right, so I did have a little overnight SPY loss, not too bad. I mean, obviously, right? I got in at 380. No, I got in at 381. Ugh, so close. I think 381.42, and I got out at 381.22. So I lost 20 cents, which, obviously, I'm very glad. Yesterday, I took a little small loss. Today I took a little small loss, but by selling at the open, I missed out on this, and I missed out on this. So I will be buying this again today. Let's check the RSI level on the SPYs right now. How low did we get? 37, 36. We did bounce off the negative 30 ATR channel. Yeah, there's going to be some choices I have to make here at the end of the day. Anyway, hopefully we can make good ones together. All right, I have been short Qs. Luckily, I did short Qs a couple weeks ago at 330.74. Had a huge run down. I mean, I wanted to go down because I'm short. I did hit a profit target today at 308.31, and I hit a profit target at 302.48. Considering just locking in the gains on this, it's like 8% gain, and we got to 32.16 RSI on the Qs on the daily. I actually took it on the weekly. It was a good setup. Over 70, under 70, bearish divergence near the third ATR channel, and this one's worked out like a monster. I mean, it's been a fantastic trade, but I think I'm starting to kind of gild the lily a little bit here. Seemed like there was some washout, seemed like there was a lot of fear today. My gut is telling me I am going to cover this trade today and just lock in all the profits. I'm even considering switching and going long. It's a tough one because we didn't bounce off the 30. So I'm going to have to make a decision, but I am going to lock in this today and just be grateful that I had it. Over to day trades. All right. I did short Apple today. On the 5-minute, when we went up, we touched the 100-day moving average, came back below. My stop would have been a close over the 100-day moving average. If you look at the time that I took the trade, it also lined up on the 25-minute where it was up near the 50 RSI, and it was also a confluence of the 20 EMA on the 25-minute. So I saw that on the 25-minute, and then I looked for the trade on the 5-minute, and this is what I took. So I shorted here 123.01. I covered half at, let's see. Oh yeah, under 50, over 50. I covered half at 122. Sorry. I covered half at 122.29, and I covered another half at 122.51. So short at 123.01, covered half at 122.51, and covered half at 122.29. And then I got out, and then it melted down, but that's okay. That's how it goes. We can't get them all, right? I also had another short here on Goldman Sachs. This was a good one. I shorted when we lost the 200-day moving average, and we also lost the 50 RSI. I shorted here at 333.91. My stop would have just been a close above the 50 RSI or above the 200. So I shorted here at 333.91. I covered part at 332.74. I covered another part at 332 even, and I covered the last part at 329.88. I thought that was it. It was going to bounce, but it went a lot lower than that. But I'm still very, very happy with the good trade. And then lastly, TLT. What we had here was we have a double bottom with a bullish divergence. Here's red MACD. We rally to green. We come back. We have no red. I bought intra-bar. It is a higher, technically a higher low V1 over here. I bought intra-bar when it triggered the V2. I bought at 138.14. It was a huge bar. Of course, I sell half whenever I have a big kind of windfall bar. I sold half at 138.42. Came back down, one more attempted rally up on another big bar at profitable levels. I sold at 138.55. Then I had a quarter of position left. Whenever I move more than 1.5 ATRs from my entry, if it ever gets back to my entry, I get out break even. So this last part, I got out at break even, but I did have profits from 138.14 to 138.42 to 138.55, and the last quarter was break even. And I think that is it Yep. All right. So let's go on to your trades. Tracy and Paxton did buy TLT with an under 30, over 30. The Fed President Powell came out, talked about inflation. That's what drove the market down. So the entry was a legitimate entry of under 30, over 30. But now it's 29.50. So if Tracy and Paxton are watching, I hope they're watching that RSI level. Legitimate to keep if it closes above 50, but theoretically, the right move is to get out if it closes back under 30. So this one is down on the day and down on the trade. BYND, Tracy and Paxton bought this, had a nice entry back here at 47.38 in the value zone. I like that. And a crossover. Moved up nicely, sold half here with the over 70, under 70, over the third ATR channel, under the third ATR channel, sold half, rallied up, but kept moving on up. But today it is down 4.56%, and it has definitely lost the 50 RSI, the 70 RSI and the 5 EMA and all sorts of stuff. So, but anyway, Trace Pax, if you're out there, let me know if there's any changes here, but still a really nice trade. Boeing, Kamal bought Boeing here at 217.50. I think he sold half here, came back down. He did hit his stop loss today on Boeing, so Kamal is out of Boeing. Tough day to make money on the upside, that's for sure. NVAX, man, always amazes me how things just go up, 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 up relentlessly, and then down, 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 down relentlessly. Frank bought NVAX at 135 even, had a big, huge move up. Thank goodness he sold 90% of his position up here and only kept 10% runner. So he's still nicely up on the trade, but it's just amazing how it just up, 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 down, 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 down. So nice trade there, Frank. Tesla, Quad Racer bought Tesla at 698. Boy, it's down 5.95% today. So down on the day, down on the trade. Want to congratulate Kamal calling the top up here. He was a couple days of the top, and he called it perfectly. And by the way, back in March, Kamal messaged me and said, I think we are at the lows. And he was right, I think maybe one day early, and that was the low of the low. So way to go, Kamal. Good call there. KMX. All right. So Steve and Johan bought KMX at 121.84 with the 520 crossover. It's currently 119.86. It's down 1.6% today. They took it on the 520 crossover. Right now, the 5 is still above the 20, and it's hanging in there considering. If this had a V2 to the upside, like tomorrow, I would buy this because of the false breakout to the downside, but I still need some confirmation it's going back up. Eli Lilly, I have quad in Eli Lilly at 202.48. Initially, really nice big move, but looks like today it's closing below halfway that washout bar. So down on the day, down on the trade. Then Amazon, Carlos. I don't know if Carlos was working, so I don't know if he's out. He bought this with the close under 200, over 200, which is a legitimate entry for sure. Initially rallied, came back down, but yesterday lost the 200-day moving average, and that was my exit signal. And I have a feeling Carlos got out there, but I'm not sure. Amazon at the moment, let's check the low of Amazon. 30.80. Man, it's making it really tough on me to make a decision on these. I don't like bounces as much as I like rejections. Okay. Oh, Steve sent it to me? Okay, thanks, Steve. Let me grab it. Okay, so this is the link to Steve's new book right here on Amazon. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Candlestick Chart Patterns. Let's put it over here on Amazon, and you'll see this is the book. This is Steve's new book, $9.99. Cannot go wrong with that, everybody. The Ultimate Guide to Candlestick Chart Patterns by Steve Burns and Antonis Matov. Anyway, so I put the link in there in case you want to invest $9.99. I think if you do, you'll get a good return on your investment. So thanks for that, Steve. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Timothy says REG and under over 30 plus a V1. Oh, look at you talk the talk there, Tim. I like it. All right. Let's make sure that did go under 30 over 30. Yes, it did. Very nice. It's not bad. It's a false breakout to the downside from the lows here. It is a V1. It's an under 30 over 30. You're 100% right. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly bounced off of the 100-day moving average. So that's good. That's a good confluence. I'm going to put that one down. Very nice, Tim. Let's see. That's a clean trade. And let me put this down. What is that? REGN? I like it. I like it a lot. Learn from the best. Oh yeah, who did you have lessons with? Just kidding. Steve says, Antonis is Colbury Trader on Twitter, @PriceAction. Oh, I am going to have to subscribe because I don't think I have subscribed to him. Johan says, GME is amazingly resilient during this market down move. Yeah, because I don't even want to go close to that stock. It scares me. Dan says, if you have a chance, would you have a look at Monster Daily? Okay, how we doing on time? Okay, for some reason I have an issue with being able to type in this MSTR. MS. Oh man. Oh, MicroStrategy. Okay, so it broke down to a new level. If we could come back up and have a V2 tomorrow, I would like that. You want to look at the 15-minute? MACD went positive, but I really don't see anything clear. I'd want this to get into the value zone, pull back, have a higher low V1. So I don't see anything right here at the moment. All right. So listen, before we get on to taking a look at some potential end-of-day trades, and there definitely are some, it's going to be an interesting day. It's going to be interesting to see how we close here, but just want to switch gears, talk a little bit about trader psychology, kind of big picture trading issues, trading words of wisdom. And you all know Thomas Paine. Thomas Paine is one of my favorite posters. He's @TraderTPaine on Twitter. I've said this before, but Thomas came from a scientific background. He was a scientist. And he changed occupations and became a trader. And he brought that real scientific method to trading and really delves deeply into trader psychology and the importance. So whenever I see a post from Thomas, I'm like, oh, I know this is going to be good. And this is good. Let's see what Thomas has to say here. And he's @TraderTPaine over on Twitter. Isaac Newton is one of the smartest men in history. I would say Isaac Newton was pretty smart. He cashed out of a stock with impressive gains. FOMO, fear of missing out, got him back in. He stubbornly held as it crashed. His response, I can calculate the motions of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of the people. Isn't that something? One of the smartest people in history, and he got caught up into the whole thing of FOMO and stubbornly held and lost all of his money. because of that. And he was one of the smartest person in history. So I can calculate the motions of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. So what's the takeaway here for us? Listen, I know there's a lot of smart people out there. I don't know quite as smart as Isaac Newton, but maybe close, right? And if Isaac Newton can't do it, then, from a macro investing, looking at interest rates, looking at all these macro indicators, I would say the chances are kind of like average people are going to have a hard time getting that right. That's why I'm a price action trader, everybody. I follow the movements of the really smart people. And the really smart people, when they make moves in the markets, it shows up on the screen. It shows up on the movement. I don't have to think about being smart. I don't have to think about interest rates and inflation or stagflation or deflation or any of this stuff. There are people that can do it. There is no doubt there are people that can do it. But I'm going to piggyback on their coattails and follow my trades there. And if I'm wrong, I'll just be wrong, and hopefully I'll be wrong small, right? That's just how it works. So Isaac Newton is one of the smartest men in history. He cashed out of a stock with impressive gains. FOMO got him back in. He stubbornly held as it crashed. One of the smartest people in the world. He falls into the same trap that we all do. His response: I can calculate the motions of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. Herd mentality, the madness of people, I don't know how to figure it out. Isn't it just easier just to be a price action trader without having to have opinions about what you think is going to happen? That's a tough putt, everybody, trying to do that. So anyway, thank you, Thomas. Great post. And please go over and follow Thomas at @TraderTPayne on Twitter. That was a good post, wasn't it? Steve says, look at the APPH chart. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, you're close to having, it did look like this went under 30, I think. Let's take a look. Not quite. Bounced right about the 30. It is a confluence of the 30 and the 100, but honestly, everybody, I just get scared of these big bars. It just means a whole bunch of people were selling, and yeah, it can dead cat bounce. Lilia, you know what that means now, right? It can dead cat bounce, but I think that's all it will be. Let's look over on the weekly. I don't know. Down here at the -1 ATR channel, I think I'd probably like it better. Wow. Yeah, I would not get involved. I would not get involved with that at all. Wow. All right. Let me take a look at current positions before we switch on over. Ad vibes on the chopping block today. I'm just glad I'm just really glad that my positions were limited today. I'm down on Apple, small loss on SPY, big profitable day, obviously, on the Qs. I am going to exit the Qs. I mean, I just feel like I'm being a pig about it at this point. If I think it's going to go down much lower, it might, but should I not be happy with an 8% move on an index? 8.97% move on an index. I'm happy with it. And at that 10%, that's considered a correction. So we're getting close to that level. And Johan bought puts. That's right. 300. He bought the 315 puts expiring March 12th. So he is kicking butt today. So I'm glad Johan and I were in the same kind of mentality there. But I am going to go ahead and just get out of the Qs today. I'm just going to cover them. The question is whether or not I am going to reverse and go long. All right. So here's GDX. This is the gold miners ETF. Did this go under 30, over 30? I don't know. I don't think so. No, not even close. I don't see anything there. Gold, you would expect gold with inflation picking up, which Jay Powell talked about. You would expect gold would have rallied crazy. It did not. It's down even more. So I'm glad I got out when I was supposed to yesterday. It's never fun to take a loss, but if it goes down the next day, you feel a lot better about it. So I don't see anything on gold. Home Depot. Okay, so Home Depot did go under 30, over 30. No doubt about that, right? It's 30.82 and it was a lot lower earlier. Let's go on over to the weekly and check out the weekly. You know, I would like it if it was bounced at the 50 like it did here, but I just don't think it's the right time yet. I could be wrong. It looks like it got close to bouncing off the negative 2 ATR channel. It isn't under 30 over 30. I think I'm going to let this one pass. It's way under the 200. It's way under the negative 3rd ATR channel. Merck, we talked about Merck. The thing I like about Merck is that it does have a double bottom with a bullish divergence. You know, I was looking at Merck yesterday, but the reason I didn't buy it, if you remember, it did go under 30 over 30, but I told you that the resistance or the support here at the low of this range, now that we're underneath it, is going to act as the support here. Once we got underneath it, the resistance, it's going to act as resistance. And that's why I did not buy this yesterday, because you see how it got right up to resistance and failed. That's what I didn't like about it. Now it's lower. It has a double bottom with a beautiful bullish divergence. It did go under 30 over 30. You know, it's a possibility for me today, but the only reason I'm really considering it is because of the double bottom with the bullish divergence. And now we've got some room to move positively before it gets back to resistance. And I think I just lost my data feed. Oh man, are you kidding me? Hold on everybody, let's see if this comes back up. Oh, I got it. All right, everybody take a deep breath and project to the universe that this is going to work. Oh, it's working. Okay, good job, everybody. Okay, so Merck is a possibility for me today. Amazon. Man, it's right on the button here. It did not reject the 30 RSI. It did not reject it. It's 30.90, so it bounced right there. It's still under the negative 3rd ATR channel. You know, if this closed above the negative 3rd ATR channel with the bounce at the 30, I probably would have gone ahead and bought half position because it is Amazon. There was a bit of a washout bar down here, but if it closes under the negative 3rd ATR channel, I'm not going to be able to do it. If it closes above, I'll buy a half a position because of the bounce at the 30 and the close back above. Where I'd really like to buy this is a nice, thorough, clean rejection of the 250. That would be delicious right there. So let's take a look. Apple. Well, Apple is better than Amazon in the fact that Amazon is underneath the negative 3rd ATR channel and Apple is above it, but it did not test the 30. It got to 32.99, which is a quandary. It's a really tough one, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with Apple. And the main reason I'm not going to do anything with Apple is that I sold Apple puts today. I sold the $80 puts next year. So I do have exposure on Apple. I want a little cleaner. I want a little cleaner setup with a thorough rejection of the 30. Man, I'm struggling with this one. REGN. REGN's pretty good. I mean, it is pretty good. Here was the low right down here. We broke down to the downside, reversed back up, and a V1 and an under 30 over 30. 474 shares, 474,000 shares. Let's look at the intraday bars and see if it looks tradable. That's a tough one. See, this bar there's a whole minute and nothing traded. Let me take a look over here and look at the bid-ask spread on this one. $0.66, 52-cent spread. I'm going to have to pass on that one. If you're interested in this one, make sure you try to at least middle the spread or get the bid, because this is 72% spread right now. I just can't get involved with that, to be honest with you. I better put the Qs here as well. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, I am going to go ahead and cover my Q short. And then I'll make a decision at the end whether or not I want to go long or not. Merck has double bottom, bullish divergence, under 30, over 30. On the weekly, we're holding support at the -2. It did bounce at the -2 ATR channel, so I do kind of like that. It is down today, but so is everything else. But there is one heck of a divergence, and there's an ATR divergence going on here as well. Look, the lows over here were at the 3.5 ATR channel. Here we're lower, we're only at the 2 ATR channel. And it looks like we have a RSI divergence as well. I don't know, I kind of like Merck there, to be honest with you. Qs, I'm not gonna buy the Qs, but I did just cover. My shorts, but I'm gonna wait for a cleaner entry on the Qs. If Amazon does close back above the -3rd ATR channel, I will take a shot at that. I will take a shot with a half a position, because it did bounce at the 30, very, very close. But I want this to close above the -3rd ATR channel in order for me to get interested. So right now, let's look at Merck on the daily. On the intraday. See, Lilia, we have a big down bar here. We got to halfway, and that's about where it's stuck. Let's look on the 5-minute. MACD's positive on the 5-minute. I think I like Merck the best if it does close above 30 RSI. I like the one that Timothy has mentioned to us, REGN, but I don't like the bid-ask spread. I don't like it. It's too large. Merck has a 1 penny spread, so much better, right? You imagine if you just bought it at the market and sold it at the market, you'd lose like $1.44 just for hitting the buy and sell button. Steve says 80% of my watch list has 3 black crow candles bouncing near the 30 RSI. Crazy confluence. Steve says no e-course, Tim. That one is just a book. Johan wants to look at PDS. Man, I'll tell you, this week, I get asked about day trading a lot. This week, yesterday and today, my day trading really helped out. Helped mitigate the losses. I mean, today wasn't bad for me at all because I didn't have very many positions and I'm short, right? But yesterday the day trading helped out a lot, and today it did as well. PDS, that looks pretty good, Johan. It's only 142,000 shares traded though. That's the That's kind of the dealio right there. Let's look at the 5 minute. Yeah, see, there's not a lot of volume there, and I'll bet you if we look at the bid ask spread, it's going to be wide. 9 cents, not too bad. That's just not enough volume for me, but it's a beautiful setup, no doubt about it. Return to value, sideways motion, false breakout from the range, the low of the range here, rejection of the -1 ATR channel and a V1 back over the 50. I love it. I would probably take that, but except for the volume. Amazon's still below the -3rd ATR channel. If we can get one more down day and a reversal, I think, my opinion, I could be wrong, but my opinion, that would be a good sign that we are at the bottom. So Apple rejected the -3rd ATR channel, which is great, but it didn't bounce off the 30, and just under the -3rd and over the -3rd is not enough for me to take a signal. Had we rejected this low over here to the downside and reversed back up and came back up, maybe. But we'll see if there's any more sellers left tomorrow, and if there are and it reverses, I think that's when I'll go shopping. I think that will be shopping time. So let me get rid of ad vibe. Well, I guess I better check. Is it closing above my stop? Closing below my stop? Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm out of ad vibe. Of course, I will buy the SPY at the close. And let me put Merck up here. If it closes above the 30, then I will be buying Merck. IRTC. Yeah, under 30, over 30, bounce off the -3rd ATR channel in a V1. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's only 267,000 shares. Let's look at the weekly. False breakout to the downside as well. Yeah, I mean, I could make a case for this. False breakout from the low, under 30, over 30, V1. That one's not bad. You just have to decide if 267,000 shares is going to be enough, enough liquidity. Let's look at the 1 minute bars and see. Yeah, here's 1 minute. Yeah, see, there's just minutes where you don't even have anything. I think my honest opinion is I wouldn't take it. It is a good setup. There are a lot of confluence indicators here. But the low volume concerns me, especially in a market now where, you know, if something goes down, this could go down really, really fast. But you're right, Tim. It's excellent. It's really an excellent find, and I think you've done a great job. But the one I like best is Merck because of the double bottom with the really nice bullish divergence. The under 30, over 30. On the downside, though, we did reject. We had the support here that we broke down, and we haven't been able to close above that. but I do like the confluence of the negative 2 ATR channel on the weekly. Let's go over to the monthly and see. Yeah, see, monthly we have support of the negative 1 ATR channel. So definitely Merck is going to be my favorite today. All right, I'll try to take a look at those real quick, Lova. Yeah, eBay looks good. eBay looks good there for sure. I like it. Now it's back over the 200. I like it. And a rejection. TTCF, Tattooed Chef. That's going to be a photo finish of the 200-day moving average. I wouldn't buy it unless it closes above the 200. And AMD still not there. Still not above the 200. The one I like the best there for sure is eBay. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So it looks like it's going to be Merck for me. And that's it. Besides my overnight SPY trade. Let's take a look at TLT and see what that's doing. It could close above the 30. It's possible for Tracy and Paxton. Be interesting to see what happens here in the next few minutes. Dow's down 391. Wow. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Merck right now. Okay. We have 1 minute to go. About 5 seconds. All right. Well, that's it. Wow, what a day. What a day. What a week. My gosh. Okay, there's my SPY stuff. So let's see where we got filled on all of this good stuff. SPY at 376.70 and Merck at 72.08 out of AdVibe. So the new SPY at 376.70. All right. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then Merck at 72.08. Okay. There we go. And I did get out of Ad Vibe because it closed below halfway of the washout bar of when I took it. And then Qs, I did cover the Qs. I am out and done with the Qs. But that was a good short, I gotta say. That was a good short. All right. So listen, if any of my former students or current students have any new additions or subtractions to the board today, if you could just put them in the live stream, I will get to them and we'll get them all updated. But just first, I want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time. I think the best way to learn, honestly, is one-on-one with your coach or your teacher. And that's why, you know, if somebody really wants to learn how to trade, if they really want to learn my setups, if they want to know exactly what to do without having to think about it, have an opinion, if they want a step-by-step approach, that's what I teach in my course for all five of my different trading approaches. So the course is 15 hours, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. It is $1,750, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's an investment in yourself. I promise you. I know when you're done, you're going to have a better understanding of the markets and the better way to set up trades. And I think if you follow what I teach over the long run, you're going to make money. And so I think it's a good investment in yourself. So if you are interested in the course, just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter and I'll respond and say, hey, thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call's free. All I want to do is talk to you a little bit. Find out about what your goals are, what your trading experience is, what your trading challenges are. And then it's also a good time for you to ask me specific questions about the course. Don't email me and say, hey, tell me about your course. I'm a talker, not a typer. All right. But there's no obligation at all. It's just a good time, a good opportunity for us to talk and ask questions of each other. And then when we're done with the call, you can think about it as long as you want. And then if you decide you want to schedule the course, we'll do it. And again, I do it in the evening times via Skype one-on-one. And then secondly, if you're not able to do the one-on-one course, I do have an alternative. I do have a course that I just created. I put up on Udemy. It is the Deep Buy stock trading course, really very similar to the type of trades that we're looking for today. It's 9.5 hours of video, step-by-step instructions, PDFs, all that kind of stuff. And the best news, it's like $13 on Udemy. I promise you it'll be the best $13 that you ever spent. I've already had a lot of people get the course. I've had a lot of good feedback. And so if you're interested in that link is in the description of this video as well. And then lastly, and then I promise I'm done asking you for things. If you could hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here, I would really, really appreciate it. It helps to build the channel, lets YouTube know that there's good content here. And so they'll get out and share it and help grow it and all that kind of stuff. So if there was something that was helpful for you today or in the recent past, I really would appreciate if you could do that. Okay, I'm done with my begging. Now let's see. Kamal is out of Ad Vibe. Yep. All right. Gary is in Merck. And out of the SPY puts. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, these ones right here. Excellent. 100%er. Way to go, my man. Very good. Proud of you. Gary's also out of Ad Vibe, yeah. Well, that one there was a little profit there, but it just couldn't hang with what the market did. But Kamal says, no trades today. I have a position in CHKP which got a secondary signal today. Oh, you did? Okay. Okay, so I get, oh yeah, I see it. I see it, Kamal. So we'll just move this one over here. Bump, bump. There we go. Johnson says no trades. Dan says smash the like button. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that as always. David, no trades. Johan, no trades. Timothy said, I paid for 2 other courses and it wasn't even close to the level of material that you provide, and they both cost more than yours. Ah, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Look, I put a lot of love and hard work into that in my Udemy course. Like really, really. I think it took me 4 months. And so I tried to make it just as good as I possibly could. And I think I did a pretty good job for my first course. So, if you have $13 laying around, I think you'll be happy with it. And if you have $9.90 laying around, why not read Steve's new book here, The Ultimate Guide to Candlestick Chart Patterns? And I put the link here, or you can just go to Amazon, just type in Steve Burns, and it will show all of his books. But this one, the new one's called The Ultimate Guide to Candlestick Chart Patterns. And earlier in the live stream and in the chat, Steve was talking about, let's see if I can find exactly. Oh, the 3 black crow candles, right? And I'm sure that's what we're going to read in that book. Steve says there must be some issue with trade volume. TrendSpider is having data feed issues today as well. Well, I've been having data issues for a while. You all know that. So I'm kind of glad to hear that. I'm not glad to hear that it happened, Steve. What I mean is that maybe other providers are kind of having that issue as well. I really love Trade Navigator. I've been using it for 20 years, but when they switched over data feed, there were some issues, and there's still a little bit of issues. But anyway, it's a good platform, and I know TrendSpider is as well. Sometimes they just have data feed issues, right? But thank you for that, Tim. I appreciate that. Mama got an eBay. I liked eBay. Okay, so Johan, you still have your puts on the Qs. Is that correct? Okay. I like the eBay trade. Mamal's taking the course. I could use this for one of my courses. I could use this as a graphic for one of my courses because it went under 30, over 30, under the negative 200, over the negative 200 intraday. That's, we don't know if it's going to go up, Mamal, right? But what you've done is you've structured a good structure of a trade. If you're wrong, you can be wrong. Hopefully small. If you're right, maybe you can trend all the way back up to here. That's what trading is all about. So I like it. I like it. I knew I liked it when I saw it. Let's look over on the weekly. Anything on the weekly? Just right in the middle of the value zone. It's not bad. So I hope that one works out for you. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But better than buying up here. Right? Better than buying up here or here or here. There are buyers that came in today, which, is shown just by the mere fact that it went under 30, over 30, under the 200, over 200. Cookie Monster, remember, he's looking for as many trades as possible. They're like cookies to him. Cookie Monster came down here, no trading going on at those prices. Boom, right back up. So we'll be watching that one for tomorrow for you, Mama. Gary says, half Qs. Yeah, I think that's a decent idea. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put Gary 1/2 long position. I'm really impressed with Gary's trading. Gary was a student of mine, and he's a great student. I'm just impressed with him as a student, impressed with him how he looks at the market, impressed with his credit spreads, with his option spreads that he does, and he has a very good understanding of that. And the feeling I get from Gary is patience. Patience and being very practical and analytical. And I mean, look, Gary took a half a position, right? He's not being impulsive, buying a big position because the setup's not 100% there. But I get it. When you come down this far and you get that close to the 30, like, I understand the rationale, because if it just rallies from here and goes on up, you're like, my gosh, I missed a huge move up because I was waiting for, 30 cents to the downside move. And so buying the half position with the bounce near the 30, I think, is legitimate. And if it keeps going down and then back up, he'll probably put in a second half position and get a better cost basis. But if it just takes off from here, at least he has some. So that's kind of my take. I could be totally wrong, Gary. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but that's kind of my feeling. Johan's holding the puts. Mamal says, I'm just following the rules from the course. Very good. I like that trade very, very much on eBay. Lovis says, Greg, you even added to one of the printable PDFs a line that said in the video, but wasn't on the video slide. In other words, yes, you were thorough and put in a lot of work. I sure did. It tested the limits of my humanity and my soul putting together that course. I've got to be honest with you. Sitting in front of that computer making 26 videos or whatever it was. Oh my gosh. Maybe next year I'll make another course. I need to heal first. David says, Steve, is your last book The Ultimate Guide to Chart Patterns? Kamal says, Greg, question. Your QQQ exit there is no definite exit signal, right? No, you're right. It's not a 100% exit signal. It bounced near the 30, Kamal. So, that is definitely enough to get my attention. The Qs, the SPYs, it's hard to get those things under 30. So, I'm just falling into the Alexander Elder enough camp. When you have a trade and you've had a windfall on it, you just say enough. And I would say this is enough of a short trade, wouldn't you? On an index, almost 9%. And then on the weekly, we're back in the value zone. I know buyers come back in the value zone. So yeah, discretionary move. Had it closed under 30, I would have kept it. David says the ultimate chart guide to candlestick chart patterns is not available on Amazon. Oh, I didn't know that. Gary says, thank you very much for the kind words. I had a great teacher. Thank you, Gary. Jonathan says, what do you think is the best platform for a UK-based investor to invest in the US? I don't know. Off the top of my head, there's Interactive Brokers, which a lot of professional traders, hedge funds use. I think that's a good one. They do have small commissions, but not expensive commissions. Charles Schwab is a good one. TD Ameritrade is also a good one. I mean, they're all big, reputable, Jonathan. So, I would say either Interactive Brokers, Charles Schwab, or TD Ameritrade. I probably would stay away from things like Robinhood. Let me tell you a little bit about Robinhood something. I have a student of mine. I was showing him how to input limit orders into Robinhood. And I'll tell you what, I was disgusted when I was looking at the platform, because everything on that platform makes the Robinhood user want to put in a market order. Like, you have to, look around and do extra stuff to do a limit order. I mean, it's designed for people just to hit that market order button. I literally got mad about it. I literally got mad when I was looking at it, because I knew what the intention of what Robinhood was doing there. It's just to get people to buy at market. It's unbelievable. Anyway, just a little rant on the side. Jonathan said, Kamal says, cool, thank you. Yeah. Well, what's going on after hours? Anything exciting? Let's take a look. Apple is down 2 cents. Merck is flat. Qs are up 23 cents. Good job, Gary. The SPY is up 28 cents. Good. Alrighty. So nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. All right, so as always, let me just share this with you real quick. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. I say this every day, but you know, I do this with love because I really believe in this. If we can just go out and try to do one nice thing for another human being today, if we can just go out and try to do one nice thing for an animal today, it's going to make the animal feel better. It's going to make their day. It's going to make the human feel better. It's going to make their day. And just the fact that you've made somebody's day should make your day better as well. And in this crazy world, wouldn't it be nice if we all just took a second and tried to do something nice for another person, and then another person did something nice for you? So I like to leave off every day with this saying because I really do think it's important. Okay, everybody, I think that is it. I hope you're staying safe out there. I like the trades some of you took today. I like the Q trade. I like that CHKP trade. I like that eBay trade a lot. I'm down to very low trades here. I've got the overnight Spire and I've got Merck, and that is about it. Oh, and I did sell puts on Apple too, but I won't bore you with that. Okay, everybody, take care. If you could remember about the like button at the end before you click out of here, I would really appreciate that. Cheers to you, Jonathan. Good to see you. Mamal says, thanks, Greg. Have a great day. Nice to see you, and thank you for that. Farewell, Mamal, and I hope you have a great day as well. So it's a beautiful day here in Utah. I'm going to go out and do a little bit of a hike, which is nice. And so we'll talk to everybody a little later. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.